Tier list time. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Let's get into it. First off, we got Admiral Zhao. You know, this guy doesn't win a single fight. He's supposed to be this awesome guy, this awesome firebender. He loses to Zuko like 50 times. This guy's not that good. Put him in C. Then we got Appa, the flying bison himself. I love him. You love him. He's always flying around. He's always just yipping around. He's pretty cool. Put him in B. Then we got Azula, a really good villain. I really like Azula. She's just so evil, and she's so easy to like. She's so like, we hate her, but we also like her. She's a really good villain. Put her in A. I might say the best villain in the whole franchise. Then we got Bato, you know, Victor Sullivan. For my Uncharted fans out there, shout out to Uncharted. Bato's very whatever also. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't really do anything. Put him in C. Then we got the big bad hippo, right? It's funny because he's big. Get it? It's hilarious. Yeah, I don't like him. Put him in E. Then we got Boomy, right? King Boomy. Crazy haired Boomy. Crazy man Boomy. He's cool. He's alright. He's a really good earthbender. I love when he breaks out of the city. That's freaking sick. Put him in B. B for Boomy. Then we got Combustion Man. Sparky Boom Man. The guy that goes crazy. The man just straight fire off the dome. He'd be a great freestyle rapper, actually. That's pretty sick. But he's not really in it that much. He doesn't really have any character. Put him in C. Then we got the Earth King. The Earth King sucks, guys. Can we all be honest with each other? The Earth King sucks. The coolest thing about him is the bear. If I was just judging the bear, yeah, A tier, probably easily, right? A tier, that bear's freaking sick. But the Earth King, yeah, no, he's not that good. Put him in D. Then we got Monk Gyatso. That's his name, right? Monk Gyatso, or is it something else? Anyways, he's really cool. He's like the only monk that's like cool with Aang. He's homies. They're playing like Sudoku or whatever that is. They're playing Monopoly. He plays sick games with Aang. He's really cool. Nice guy. Put him in B. Then we got Hadoka, right? The king of absent fathers. He's the legend of absent fathers. He loves just not spending any time with his kids. What an awesome, legendary character. Just kidding. We don't approve of that. We don't like that here. Put him in C. Then we got Hama. You know, she's creepy, but in an awesome way. She has the whole blood-bending thing. She's only in one episode, but it is a memorable episode. We remember her. She has such an impact. Although she only has one episode, I can only give her a C, because like one episode, it's not a lot. You got to contribute some more to get higher. Then we got Haru. Haru, my boy. Your facial hair can't distract me from how boring you are, from how mediocre you are. Your facial hair, although it is kind of sick, it can't distract me from that. You ain't fooling anybody, Haru. Put him in D. Then we got Uncle Iroh. Prince Zuko, you must do this. That was probably a bad impression. But anyways, Uncle Iroh, we can probably agree he's the best character on the entire show. He's the most likable, right? He's a gangster. He's funny. He's super good at fighting. I love him. You love him. Uncle Iroh is an S, dude. What are you thinking? Then we got Zhang, this really pissed, angry firebending guy. A really dope firebender. He shows us some awesome stuff. Probably some of the coolest stuff outside of what Ozai shows us in the finale. But he's not really in that many episodes. He's not super likable. I'll put him in C. Then we got Jet. Jet and I, we got a complicated relationship. Jet and I go back, man. Jet is a, how should I describe Jet? He's whatever. Put him in C. Then we got Judy. Right? She's creepy, but in a weird way. In a weird way, you're like, stop that. That's freaky, man. Put her in E. Then we got June, the bounty hunter who does almost nothing compared to her, what is that? Her lizard, platypus, blind thing, otter box thing. That thing does all the work. Like, can we be honest? That thing does all the work. She's very mediocre as a fighter besides that, but she is still pretty cool. We remember her. She's in a few episodes. She contributes. Her platypus thing does all the work. I don't know. Put her in C. Then we got Kana, right? The Grandma Kana, the king of getting fellow waterbenders a simp after her. She's got that one guy, what's his name? Paku, I think. She's the legend of getting that guy to simp. And I gotta respect her for that. However, though, she's a little boring. She's not really in the show that much. I don't know. Put her in C. Then we got Katara. And fellas, listen. This is where some of y'all might get mad at me, because I'm gonna put Katara in B. And here's why, right? So I'm putting Katara in B because obviously she's not S tier. Obviously, she's not on Uncle Iroh's level. However, though, I'm not gonna put her in A either, because I think she gets a little boring and stale towards the end of the show. She's a really good character, but she gets a tad, just a smidge too boring for me. I'll put her in B. Then we got Long Fang, Mr. Krabs, for those who don't know. It's the same voice actor. He's cool, but he goes down like a punk, and that kind of holds him back for me. Put him in C. Then we got Long Shot, the quiet guy. Let me do my best Long Shot impression. I don't know about you, but that was spot on. Put him in C. Then we got May. You know, she's a little boring, but that's the point. She's supposed to be very monotone and kind of quiet about it. She got some sass though, and I kind of respect that. She's cool. Put her in B. Then we got Momo. Not quite as good as Appa, but I can't disrespect my boy and put him in C. Put Momo in B also. Then we got Ozai, Mark Hamill, right? The Fire Lord, Luke Skywalker. Really cool villain. Kind of absent in the beginning. Another absent father. Shout out to Hidoko, man. The dynamic duo of absent fathers. Although this guy, he's supposed to be absent, right? He's the bad guy. It's okay for him because he does bad things like that. Ozai, really cool final villain. Shows us some awesome firebending. Put him in B. Then we got Paku. Like I said, the waterbending simp. The master of waterbending? No, the master of simping. He's still got some sick moves, though. Put him in C. Then we got Piondo. That's his name? Piondo, Pikachu? I don't know. The sword guy. Kind of cool, I guess. He's got some cool moves, but kind of forgettable for me. I don't know. Put him in D. Then we got Pipsqueak. And do you get it? It's funny because his name's Pipsqueak, but he's really big. Put him in D. Then we got Princess Yue. Man, shoot. What can I say about Princess Yue? Yeah, she's terrible. Put her in F. Then we got Roku, right? He's great for streaming services. Netflix and Hulu, all at the tip of your fingers. But when it comes to volcanoes, this dude is straight trash. Put him in C. Then we got Smeller B, the only really member of Jet's crew besides Jet that has like an ounce of personality. Everyone else is just like, it's funny because he's big. Oh, it's funny because they're small. Smeller B, I don't know though. Doesn't really grab me, you know? Put them in D. Then we got Sokka. I personally love Sokka. He's got so much growth as a character. He's funny. He's the leader of the group. Don't at me. He is the leader of the group of Team Avatar. He adds so much personality to the show. He's the comic relief. I love him. Put him in A. Then we got Suki, right? Really cool character. Big impact on the show, even though she's not really in it that much for the first 2 seasons. She's in a few episodes. Suki's really cool, though. Put her in B. I'm going to then lump these 2 swamp dudes together because I can't really tell you anything that separates them besides one's tall and skinny and one's a little stout like the water spout, you know, whatever though. They got that cool swamp thing. Put him in C. I don't know. Listen, you didn't know this guy's name was Teo, all right? You didn't, straight up. He's kind of boring character. Put him in E. Then we got the Boulder. The Boulder is a cool character who speaks in the third person. That's the coolest thing about him. He speaks in the third person. I can't disrespect that. Put him in C. Then we got the Duke. Do you get it? It's funny because they're tiny. Put him in D. Then we got the Mechanist, the Bob the Builder fancy inventing dude. Put him in D also. Then we got Toph. I love Toph. She's got everything you want in the character. She's awesome. She's a good fighter. She's funny. She's got all the sarcasm. She brings a new element to Team Avatar. She's amazing. Put her in A. Then we got Ty Lee. Very curious character, a little sometimes horny, let's be honest. She's got more personality than May, but she doesn't do as many interesting things in the plot. Do I want to put her in C? Do I want to put her in B? You know what, hey, screw it, dude, put her in B. Then we got Tyro, the deepest voice in the world, but he's scared of everything. This is Haru's dad, for those who didn't know. Yeah, whatever, put him in E. Then we got Ursa, Zuko, and Azula's mom. Cool character, but she's in like 2 episodes maybe. I mean, I'm sure there's more actually with all the flashbacks and stuff. Again, kind of meh. I haven't read the comics or anything, so I know that's a factor, but I don't know. I'll put her in C. Then we got Zuko, one of the most beloved characters in the show, and for a good reason. He's awesome. He's funny in like that awkward way. He has this big change, one of the most interesting changes in the whole entire show, probably the most interesting change and just arc throughout the whole entire show. Put him in S. Then we got Aang. Some people might say he's boring, but I actually don't think so. I think he has some good personality. He exhibits that childlike innocence, but we see him mature throughout the show. I like him. Not as much as Zuko and Iroh, though. Put him in A. And that's my list. None of these characters are going to get higher rankings because they're memes. That being said, the Cabbage Man S tier, obviously.